Thank you for your interest in taking the 2023 entry-level Buffalo Police Officer exam. Some people might have some issues setting up their account and filling out the application, so that's what I'm going to be helping you with today. I'm going to walk you step by step through the application process so you could see it, and hopefully I can answer any questions or answers you have throughout your application process. So we'll start from the very beginning. I have Google opened up here. The first thing we'll do is we'll go into the City of Buffalo website. You get to the city's website. You can access the job application by going either to this little side icon, going down to jobs, or you could also do the I want to tab and slide all the way down to employment down here. You'll see it as the featured job. It's the police officer job, so we'll go ahead and click that. You'll see down here at the link, it says click here to apply for the police officer examination. So we'll go ahead and click on that. And you'll see the job listing right here. You can see all the job information. You'll see the salary range, the responsibilities, all that is listed down here. So if you want to take a look at that, you can. We'll go ahead and click apply. You will have to create an account here. So what we'll do is we'll do create an account. Our email, we'll do a test email that I created, bpdtest@yahoo.com. Enter the username. You can make whatever you want. For this example, I'll do bpdtest. I'll create a password. Once you're all set, you could click create. We'll do not now for saving your password. They're going to send you a confirmation email, so we'll go to that email that I created for this. You're going to get an email listed just like this one, just to verify your email. Go down to confirm. So now you're back to signing in. So we'll sign in with that same username or email. Just accept the privacy policy. This is where you would upload your resume. For the sake of this video, I will be skipping this step, but if you have a resume that you'd like to submit, this is where you would do so. Not now. Okay, so we'll start with the info tab. This is where you have to enter your personal information like your name, address, and things, so we'll do that. For this example, it's BPD test. Country, select US. Address, enter whatever address your main address would be. A common question people get is with the address line too. Some people sometimes enter an address that they sometimes live at, whether it's a family member, your spouse's address. All this would do, or for this box, all you would need to enter is your apartment number, or if there was a specific floor that you lived on. If that is neither, then you skip that line. You do not put an additional address here. City, we'll put Buffalo. State, we'll do New York. Zip code 4202. Phone number. For the sake of this video, I'll use the Buffalo HQ number. But you would enter yours, whatever number is convenient for you. If you would like to get paper notifications or email, you select that option here. Once that is all set and you've looked through this to make sure it's correct, you can enter save. This is where you do additional personal information. You just click on edit right up there. If you have a driver's license, you select yes, you click that. You do the state your license was issued to you in. Do New York. Enter your 9-digit driver's license number. And class, you find this at the top right of your driver's license. A traditional license is usually a Class D, so click on that. enter your social security number. If you have proof to work in the US, click yes, and your highest level of education, whichever that might be, you would enter that here. Down here, go down to preferences, that little gray edit, click on that. You saw the salary range at the beginning when we were looking at the job description. Just enter what you would like to be paid right here. For this example, we'll enter 70,000 per hour. We'll do $30 an hour. When are you available to work? I would select daytime. Are you willing to relocate? Whatever applies to you, click yes. If you have any comments, maybe you have any questions regarding your willingness to relocate, or if you have any preferences there, I would enter that in the comments right there. What type of job are you looking for? If you're looking for full-time, you would just do regular. If there was a different type of job that you were seeking, then you would click on whatever were to apply to you. Now we're going to select what type of work you will be looking for. If you're looking for full-time, part-time, per diem, for this we'll select full-time. Objective, if you have something you would like to mention, this is where you would have the ability to do that. I would type becoming a Buffalo police officer in that box. Then we'll click on save. If that looks correct to you, we'll go to next. This is where you add your work experience. I would recommend listing as many jobs that are applicable to, the skills would be applicable to this job. Make sure everything with the little red star next to it is filled out to the best of your ability. Make sure if you enter where they can contact their previous employer, position, hours, monthly salary. Make sure all of this information is correct, as well as making sure your duties are very specific with what you have done in the previous job. That helps the person doing the hiring to know if you have applicable skills from your previous employment. Make sure all that is good. If you want to add an additional work experience, I would add that here where it says add work experience. So I'll add an example just to help you see what that would look like. So after you've entered all the questions that they're asking you to answer, you go down, make sure it's all correct. Then you would click on save. Review that. Again, this is one example of a job. If you were to add another, you would click on this box and continue to create another one. But once that is all filled out, we click on next. Your education is up next. Just like last time, make sure everything is filled out to the best of your knowledge. I will enter a hypothetical one now. After you've filled out the required questions, just make sure everything is correct. And if it is, you click save. Again, this is an example of just one of them. So if you had an additional level of education, you would add it right here at the top. Once that is all set, you click next. Additional information. So in this spot here is where you would enter if you've had any certificates or licenses. This is where you would be able to add that. So if you have the file saved on your computer, click on the add certificate and license, and this is where you would enter it. If you have skills, that would also go here. If you know your typing speed, that would be helpful in this section here. If you speak additional languages, you would enter that there. If you have any additional supplemental information, this is where you would have the opportunity to do so. So if you have that, enter that here, in that little where it says add supplemental information. If not, click on next. attachments. So for candidates like military veterans or disabled veterans, if you have special accommodations like religious accommodations or paying with a waiver, this is where you would enter those documents. For example, for a military applicant, you might enter your DD-214 here, and your member 4 form, that would go here. If you've had if you're looking for a religious exemption and you have Saturday Sabbath, for example, you would enter proof of from a religious leader, enter into this box where you would add it as an attachment. If you have had if you need special accommodations, you would need to get the disability form from a doctor and enter that here. This is where you have the opportunity to do that. As well as paying with the waiver form, this is where you would enter a completed waiver form in this box, along with the proofs that the waiver form is asking for. A waiver form will ask you for proof of the waiver, a filled out form, and a New York State ID. A proof of the waiver might be an unemployment card or whatever the other listed proofs that they ask for. You would upload that and attach it in this area as well. All things requested on the waiver form will be highlighted, so it makes it a little easier to see once you get there. Once that is all submitted, you can click on next. These are just some questions that we're up to now, so just make sure you answer them truthfully and to the best of your ability. I will be answering them now to help save some time. After you've answered all the questions, this is your chance to review. So this is your final chance to just make sure everything you've entered is correct, it's filled out properly, and to the best of your knowledge. Just make sure everything looks correct to you. After that, you would go to proceed to certify. Just make sure at this point, you're just making sure everything you've entered was correct and true to the best of your knowledge. This is where you would pay. So there's a $25 fee for the application. You could either do a credit card, a check, or a fee waiver form. This is where you have the options to do that. If you needed to do the waiver form, you click on it. There's an actual link to take you right to the waiver form, and you can do that right there. This is where you'd also have the opportunity to enter your waiver form as well. For the sake of this video, I'll go to credit card. Pay and submit. So then you would enter your name and everything you need, everything regarding your credit card information. For now, I would just put next. You would enter here your credit card information. For the sake of this video, I will not be entering the credit card information, but after that, you would review it and then you would get your receipt. And I hope I was able to walk you through the application process thoroughly. I hope I was able to answer any questions you had for your application, and I wish you luck on the 2023 entry-level police officer exam.